Well, we coming off of a thrilling finish to our game against Texas A&M, a game that we did not play very well. We did not play very well last week, as a matter of fact. Lucky to get the one win that we got, but we're just going to have to figure out a way to play a lot better. We did not play well. I thought we had played well in the couple of weeks before that, but I did not think we performed very well last week, and a lot of that had to do with South Carolina. They completely outplayed us. A lot of it had to do with Texas A&M, and they outplayed us for probably 39 minutes, but anyway, we'll have to play a lot better this week, obviously going on the road, and so hopefully we can get some quality practice time here before we have to go play a very, very good Missouri team.
Our first question is from Ray Glear of the New York Times.
Kevin, is the hand check enforcement working to help the game as they intended it to?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't. I think the intent is good, and I think that there are more hand checks called than before. I think there's less hand checking going on than before. So I guess my assessment would be that we've made some progress, but we probably still have a ways to go.
What else do you think can be done to increase the market share for college basketball? It keeps dipping, and people keep saying, well, it's now a March tournament.
Well, I think that we're so saturated with games on television that I don't think I think countrywide people are less inspired to go watch a game when they can see the game on television or whatever. So from the standpoint of television revenues, I'm sure it's great, but I think that there are just so many games on TV now and on the computer or whatever, and so I think that has something to do with it. And then I'm sure that there are a lot of other factors that go into it as well, but I'm not sure exactly what all the problems are, but I certainly think it's affecting almost every program in college basketball in one way or another.
Thank you.
Next question is from Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
Hey, Bob.
You guys played South Carolina last week. They seem like they're playing better, got a couple wins in a row. Just wondering what your thoughts were on them after playing them.
Well, against us, they played very well, played very hard, and so they were just better in every facet the day that we played them than we were. So Williams is shooting the ball at a very, very high clip. Thornwell is an outstanding freshman. So they've I saw that they won a close one over the weekend, and so and I'm not surprised. I thought they played very well against us.
What impresses you about Thorwell? He's got pretty good numbers.
Yeah, he just is. He's a complete player to me. I mean, and Frank would be a better person to answer this than me, but he can shoot the ball. He can put it on the floor. He likes contact. He's a guy that likes contact when he's driving the ball. He's solid defensively, and I mean, he's one of those guys, one of those rare guys, I think, as a freshman, that really does a little bit of everything and does it all well.
Thanks.
Next question is from Steve Wallentik of the Columbia Tribune.
Morning, Kevin.
Morning.
What's been different in Rod Odom this season? I know he struggled last week, but what's been different in him this season that he's been able to step up and be, your go-to guy?
Rod's a guy that works incredibly hard on his game. He's been one of the best workers in the off season that we've ever had here, and so I think he just been inordinate amount of time in the gym, working on his shooting, and so I think that his ability to shoot the ball has improved so greatly since he's been here that now he's a threat from deep, and he's got range behind the line, and so he's always been a good defender. He's always been a very good perimeter defender, and I think the fact that we've played him on the perimeter this season exclusively has really helped him, because his body is more suited, obviously, for the perimeter game, and so I think that's also been a benefit to him.
And coming into Columbia on Wednesday, what do you feel like the biggest keys are for you guys to win?
Oh, I don't know. We'll have to make some shots. We won't be able to go 3 for 26 from three like we did on Saturday, I don't think. But we'll have to make shots. Obviously, when you play Missouri, their three perimeter players are all pretty lethal from an offensive standpoint. But then you look at the Tennessee box score and you watch that Tennessee game, and I believe their post players combined for 13 points above their average. So they stretch you on all ends, and they're a good rebounding team. Good, they go back and forth between their defenses and try to keep you off balance with that, and certainly they're outstanding on offense.
Thanks.
Next question is from Josh Pate.
Hey, Coach. This year, the tournaments in the SEC tournaments in the Georgia Dome. Could you, since you've had quite a lengthy history of playing it and in the tournaments that have been held in the Dome, could you talk to us a little bit about what sticks out most, memory or what's unique about playing the tournament in the Georgia Dome?
Well, I wish I could come up with some sort of profound answer for you, but the venues have never really mattered that much to me, and so obviously I guess the memory that sticks out was the tornado, and Georgia ended up winning 4 games in 4 days and having to finish the thing over at Georgia Tech, as I recall, but it's one of the better venues that we have, in my opinion. I'm biased to Nashville, of course, but it's one of the better venues that we have, and there have been great games, great individual performances. In terms of memories that I have, really the one that I have that sticks out the most is the year of the tornado, and we had gotten beaten on the night that the tornado hit, and I actually had my family in the car, and we were driving back to Nashville, and we thought we heard some bad weather sort of going on behind us, and so we just beat it out of there. We were in the car traveling home and didn't even know what happened until we got home.
Yeah. Were you in communication with anyone back at the Dome during that time period?
No, I had no idea until the next day that it happened. Got all the way back to Nashville, and of course we just lost, so I wasn't trying to talk to anybody, and so probably wasn't even trying to talk to my family, but no, I didn't even know what happened until the next day.